Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux. I just realized my camera's a little on the tilted side. Just fix that. Get the little mic out of the top there. It's like I just figured some basic stuff out there, didn't I? And one more adjustment. There we are. All right, that should sound better. All right, greetings, everybody. How are you doing on this wonderful Friday evening as we get ready to dive on into the weekly news roundup? Yes, the biggest news is Google buys Fitbit. Of course, if you look at my thumbnail, it's like they might buy Fitbit. No, they did. That happened today. I was thinking, man, that might take a while to go through. Nope, 2.1 billion though. That'll sell a lot of stuff. So, that's kind of fun. Oh boy, how's everybody doing today? We got Hadra. How's it going there? Keegan, 2050. Google buys U.S. government and United Nations. The name Google Earth now applies to the whole planet, not just a computer program. And then we become Google slaves. You forgot that part. All right, let's see. I'm choosing username. All right, hello, Isaiah. Greetings to you. Tell them to bring back the Pebble Ink Watch and no tracking, Google tracking BS. Yeah, good luck. Hello, Quint. Which Pixel did you get? I think I'm going to attempt to record the footage of my video here today. Do you want me to wait for you to get yours so we can tag team those two videos? Let me know. Dude, bring pedal back. It'll be a Google Tele screen. That's right. Little camera there, so it can look at you and look at your pores and determine your level of perspiration to see if you are sweating enough, and then it'll log it all in. When did it become okay to spy on your customers? I mean, always, man. As long as your customers never put up a fuss, then it's okay. And that's why I put up a fuss, and I hope that you do too. Hello, Bruce Scott. Greetings to you. Man, I forgot to include the article from Jeff sent me an article I wanted to include, and I forgot to put it in. Where's it at? Oh, I remember that one. I'll go ahead and talk about that. I got to remind me in the next section, but anyway, Joe, how's it going there? Kitty not found. The pseudo kitty's not found. LJ, how's it going there? Time to put Linux on our Fitbits. Yep, pretty much. All right, so since let's go ahead and mention it. I ended up buying this a couple months ago as a test. This is a Garmin Forerunner 35. Well, it does have the capability of connecting with a device. It actually logs all of the data that I want a watch to do for 7 days without putting it on a device. That's when I got this one. The only one I know of on the market that you can get data off of it without connecting it to a company application. So whether I'm going to wear it long term, I don't know yet. I wanted to give it a couple of months to test to see what I think. But yeah, it's about time to jump ship from your Fitbits. Cat in a box. That's right. Hello, Dan. How's it going there? Sudo apt search kitty. There you go. All hail Caesar. How's it going there, Caesar? Pseudo Pac-Man S Kitty. That's right. You must be on Arch. A lot of fun when the nerves finally settled down. Oh, what interview was this? Did I miss something? Got to press play. Have Firefox set to not autoplay. Well, welcome back, Vince. All right, Simply Linux. How's it going there? Simple Tech. Hello there. Viper's claiming that Android drops support for tablets. I believe that was something. I think the only decent tablet you can get anymore is Samsung. Maybe that's the only decent tablet you could ever get anyway, but I don't know. Hello, Black White Cat. How's it going there? Larry Johnson, hello to you. Tablets are still going strong with Android. Apple Insider did an article. This colored Mac. No, that's actually been a thing that's been talked about, actually. I have the Samsung, what is it, a Tab E? I don't know. It's something that I can't put Lineage on, sadly, but at the same time, I didn't want to because I wanted to use that as a stock device to do testing of my ebooks on real normie applications, which is kind of frightening. And it's actually not bad as an e-reader, Battery life isn't particularly good for an e-reader, but it works for me, so. Pixel 1 coming in 2 weeks. All right. 3 lines. It's dead wrong. Yeah, can't wait for the Pine Times. All right. That monitor heart rate. The 35 does monitor heart rate, yes. So should I keep an eye on for when we go on fire to monitor the heart rate, see how I'm doing, make sure I don't blow up my heart or something? I was actually wanted at 20, but I couldn't get a 20 without ordering online. And this guy ended up getting for 129, I think, at Walmart locally. It wasn't supposed to be 129, but they forgot to take the sales tag down from March. They literally had a sales tag, an expired sales tag on the thing for 6 months. And so I'm like, well, apparently you don't sell a lot. No, apparently not. I said, well, I'll take it for 129. All right, sure. Which is actually the same price I can get it for Amazon. I think I can get it from on Amazon for like 125. So anyway, iPad isn't listed in the best tablet for 2019. That's because the 2019 version of the iPad sucks. Like, I was trying to play with one at the Verizon store while I was waiting for them to actually do something. And it's like, dude, how do you get back to the home screen without the stupid home button? You know? Yeah, you pinch the screen. I just sit there and I had to punch the thing to get the thing to go back to the home screen. It's like, dude, what is this nonsense? Stop giving me edge-to-edge screen. Give me a home button. Donald Trump is right. Give me the home button back. You know? App called Gadget Bridge, an F-Droid that connects to a few smartwatches. Ooh. Gadget Bridge. Remind me of the end of the show. I want to look into that more. If you could. 4 other brands. Yeah, if the other ones are like Insignia and, you know, I'm not sure, but I've seen some craplets out there. But anyway. Yeah, Android tablets can be underwhelming. Hello, Shadow Sly. How's it going there? DT, how's it going there? All Saints Day. Yes, it is All Saints Day for you guys who celebrate such holidays. I do not personally, but it is All Saints Day, and tomorrow's All Souls Day, I believe. Anyway, Apple going to give a spin there to their benefit. It's not even listed as a top tablet. Heart rate, 320. Yep, normal. I think my mother has an abnormally high heart rate. Like resting heart rate into the 120s or something, I think. I don't know. I think in reality, Apple's going to drop the iPad for about 4 years and then say, hey, we have the iPad, remember us? Meanwhile, everyone's using the Samsung. It's terrible. I know, I'm telling you. All right, so I hear Google bought Fitbit. Yes. They dropped support for their own Google tablets, not others. Not very clear. I don't know. Well, shall we get on into the news today? We have 2 general topics. Actually, I have 3 topics. I'm going to record 2 of them. The last one is, once again, silly news. We're not going to record it and re-release it later. It's a live stream special, guys. It's pretty crappy, though, I got to say. All right. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Let's see. Where's my browser stuff? There we are. Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the privacy edition. Before we jump on in, if you want to help support the channel, head on over to switchlinks.com/affiliates or switchlinks.com/support. You can find all the different things that I have affiliate links for, your general Amazon purchases, web hosting, VPNs. I might take Nord off. We have another Nord story today. There's some podcasting stuff, and I'm going to be looking into a few other things to add to this list as well in the coming future. Just keep an eye on that link, and we'll see what we can do. All right, Vince, what is your country doing? So Australia is the next government that wants to come up and find a way to keep bad stuff away from kids. And so they want to do a facial recognition age verification for bad stuff on the internet. This is just not going to work, people. It's just not going to work. We're going to get, you know, spoofing, like, what is it, the Pixel 4, I think? Anybody can unlock your phone by looking at it? That's fun. I think, wasn't it Samsung, I think? So one of them recently had the fingerprints. Anybody's fingerprint would open it up if you used a screen protector on your phone. But Australia is deciding to try and follow tracks United Kingdom. FYI, Australia, United Kingdom abandoned their plan because they figured out it was completely untenable. There are these things called VPNs. But Vince, if you have anything else to say about this article, let us know in the comments there. The House of Representatives Standing Committee on the Social Policy and Legal Affairs to look into age verification for online nasties and online wagering. The matter was referred to the committee by the Minister of Family and Social Services, Senator Ann Ruston, and Minister for Communications says. So basically they're trying to say we're going to use some degree of facial recognition. This is all we want, guys. All facial recognition is going to do to view your nasty sites is to validate all of those scam emails that we looked at yesterday. Now you will have a web camera looking at you. Yeah, what is Australia? Is something in the water down there? I don't know, Vince. Let me know. Let me know. Vince is in trouble with his baby face. All right, Spotify launches a new dedicated kids app with curated playlists and fun, playful art. It is. I find this a little disturbing. Like, do we really need all of these children's applications? All these cute, bright, big letters. Do we really need to be handing Spotify to our children and getting them that addicted to it this early? If they are young enough to have these bright cartoon colors, they probably do not need to be on a tablet and do not need to be on Spotify. Of course, the advantage is it does get Baby Shark out of their Parents Discover playlists, as indicated in the listing here. So if you are listed as a young kid, then you will get, Disney soundtracks, Baby Shark, other stuff like that. If you're listed as a kid, but not a young kid, you might even get like Taylor Swift and other mainstream artists who will end up polluting you in 5 years, like, Miley Cyrus and what was the other one? Britney Spears, They'll turn to that, get them all addicted, and then those kids go through their rebellion stage, and then, it's all crazy. Anyway, Spotify now has this. Now, one of the things they say down here in the article is they're talking about the fact with COPA, of course, this has to pass GDPR and COPA, and by the way, by you using this app to set it up with your children, they are getting around that COPA. But what they say, it won't collect location data. Region restrictions are based on whatever parent's account is set to. So the parents set the region at least. The parents can delete data associated with the kid's account at any time. Spotify only saves data to what songs a kid is playing and favoriting. It says the data will neither be sold nor shared with third parties for advertising purposes. Notice, for advertising purposes. Spotify may still share that data with third parties for other select purposes, though, like connecting kids' accounts to a TV. And by the way, once it passes out of Spotify into those third parties, all bets are off. They don't care. And that's been demonstrated time and time again. So that's kind of fun. All right. Uber, they have some scooters. So Uber has these scooters here, and the scooters collect real-time location data. Los Angeles wants that data. They want the data. So what they do is they want this data so that they can collect the data and use it for city planning, determine where to build new roads, where to build new sidewalks, maybe where to build new scooter parking, whatever. Uber's like, we don't really want this. And it raises this question, like, stop collecting the data. Now, I get you do kind of need to have the data on the scooter so that you can kind of, see where your scooters are. And this is a good reason why I don't really want this. Because while it is de-anonymized with the user, studies have really shown that anybody can come in here and de-anonymize data with this basic stuff. CNET, you are like a data miner. All right, anyway. Uber said Monday it would file a lawsuit against Los Angeles after months of refusing to give the Department of Transportation access to its scooter location data. September 2018, the Los Angeles Department of Transportation instituted a requirement for all scooter companies to provide location data on vehicles. This is the same state, by the way, that is leading the way in the privacy policies. I mean, really? I don't know. All right. 5 months after returning a rental car, this man still has remote control of the car from his app. No, he can't drive the car, but he can check the location of the car. He can unlock the locks. He can start the engine. So he goes and rents his Ford Explorer, connects it with the app on his phone, and he keeps on sending in tweets. Ford, I can still track and unlock the Expedition that I rented last week via Ford Pass app. Huge safety concern for all future renters. It's day 5 since I returned my rental. Now someone else has rented out. Do I need to start remotely unlocking it until they also file a complaint? Please fix this. I returned this car 2 weeks ago, and you've shown no willingness to allow rental companies to remove my access to unlock and start the engine. Maybe I'll just randomly start unlocking it. I mean, he's lucky that he's not like the Bay Area killer or something. Oh, hey, look at this. I see someone's got the car. Let's go get the car. You know, someone's in there. Little petite lady, she just turns the car off. Ooh, this is good. Locks the door. Creepy guy comes up. You know, and then she's like, unlock the door. And he pulls out his phone, unlocks the door. She locks the door, unlock the door, locks the door, unlocks the door. He opens it, pushes her over, drives off his car. That's what it's going to take to get Ford to fix this. Guys, this is a major problem with connecting your apps to cars. We don't need to connect our apps to cars. This crap happens. This guy, now these are all along, note that these dates are in June. Okay, this is an article just from this week. He still has access to this vehicle. You know what he should do? He should just go pick up the car and joyride it and be like, you know what? His defense is very simple. Well, you know, they just kept on not taking it out. I asked them to take it out, so I figured I still had access to the car. I mean, I didn't break into it. I told them multiple times, disconnect my car from this. Now, apparently what they're saying is that you can actually go in and manually disconnect the app from the car, but he does make a very valid point. Why should I have to go in and manually disconnect the app from my car? That's insanity. I don't know. That's insanity. What do you guys think? Let me know. On to our feature story. Now, I pulled this out. First one I pulled this out was just a couple days ago. Exclusive! Google owner Alphabet is in bid to buy Fitbit. Of course, the news broke today. Google buys Fitbit for $2.1 billion. That's why my thumbnail on the live section of the video said might buy, and I wasn't about to change the thumbnail for, you know, something that will go into private mode when we're done recording this. All right, so in this is fascinating because Google has been wanting to get into this health tracker market, but it is at the bottom of the track. Apple is actually the number 1 in the market to my understanding. So they come in and buy Fitbit, who is in top 3. They might be number 2. And so Google buys Fitbit data. Now, a lot of the people are down here leaving us comments like, oh, that's sad. Google's going to close down Fitbit because, you know, they kill Nest. They kill all these different things. They kill all these functions. Nobody, well, very few people are talking about the real big issue. Google is a company that has been trying to build giant medical databases. Now they have just bought the company with millions and millions of people's private health data. This is what I've been talking about all along. Even if you trust Fitbit with the data, every company has a price. Even if I founded a wonderful company and I loved working here, Google's like, I'll give you $2.1 billion. Pay up. Sure. I'll have it. I'll resign. Go. Take it. You know, I might do that. I mean, hey, I could start up any other thing I'd want to do with that. So I've been saying this since I've started this channel, people. Do not give all of this data to somebody else's servers. It is dangerous because what happens when they take it and give it to somebody else? What happens when Google starts working with health insurance companies and shares your data that you had no intention of ever sharing with Google? You're like, I don't want a Google Watch. Maybe Google Watches didn't do good because Google, I don't really want them having all this data. So you go with Fitbit instead and said, Fitbit, there's a company I can stand behind. They come in less than October 28th, we get the first word that they're talking in talks. It closes on the 1st. 3 days later, deal is done. Now, all of that data in your Fitbit now belongs to Google. They can grab all that data. They can use it for what they want because the terms and conditions and the privacy policy you agreed to said they can change it at any time. Stop putting all of this data in somebody else's servers. It is not worth it. You can track health data without sending it to somebody else's corporate cloud. Because what's Google going to do with it? Probably nothing good. Remember, this is the company that did get rid of the slogan, do nothing evil, so that apparently they could go and do some evil. There's a little bit of a lowdown. Yeah, there's some concerns about, are they going to integrate stuff in? Are they going to make it work better? Or are they just going to kill it? What are they going to do with it? Let me know your thoughts, your concerns, all the things in the comments down below. All right, let's see. Where's my comment screen? There's my comment screen. All right. Let's see. Arch is perfect for new users. DT 2019. Uh-oh. Trying to save the noobs. Are you trying to make him go mad? I like Arch. I don't think it's necessary. I don't know if it's the best for noobs, man. I don't know. Be good for them because for MS they break everything. Yeah. Too many are having problems on those other distros that they would never have on Arch. I kind of have to agree though. That's like a lot of the Ubuntu 18.04 LTS core base was very buggy, and the fact that they pushed it out so much caused a lot of those bugs to hit the downstream distributions. And I think that Arch does have that better. I mean, I agree. I agree with that premise. Dude just messaged me about being a team player for America and taking fentanyl. What am I supposed to even do with this? Is he high on fentanyl? I mean, I don't know. Oh, Vince is in trouble with his baby face. Uh-oh. Oh, so far Manjaro is more stable than Mint for me. XOCE plus Compiz, same set, both boxes, not the same hardware. AMD Ryzen, AMD graphics. Yeah, I would ignore that one, yeah. I think Mint or Manjaro are better for new users unless they are developers or system admins. Why do I have facial recognition and fingerprinting anymore? Oh, I don't have facial recognition and fingerprinting anymore. Yeah. Catch 'em young. Next for Elsie's, tattoos on your forehead. Yeah. It'll say 666. All right. Let's see. Apple Music is better than Spotify. CDs dominate all. Well, actually, CDs ripped into my central NAS dominate all. Vinyl records. Yeah, there you go. That's old school. It is on CNET stink. Too many would go to their site. Yeah, I hate going to CNET. It is now November 2019. We're in Blade Runner world. Uh-oh. Maybe I'll have to go watch Blade Runner again. That's right. That is 2019. Yeah, I did watch it the other day. His music stuck in my head when the radio's not on. There you go. Apps for pacemakers. Huh? Think of Pine Phone and Pine Time. I think it's cool we can get a Linux phone cheaper than Librem 5, and Pine Time is the only smartwatch that I've ever owned. You know, until I can actually see one and hold one, I'm not really going to give a comment on them. I would be more inclined to buy a Pine phone than a Librem 5 because I'm not paying that much money for a cell phone. How is lazy programming the responsibility of the customer? Exactly. Yes, it should be an instant remote kill switch. And then, like, take that same application and apply it to Airbnb, you know? Oh, I can still keep going to that Airbnb, and you're going to find a squatter in your house pretty quick. Hi, Kixon. Greetings. On the one hand, I don't want Google to harvest even more data. On the other hand, I want there to be a serious competitor to the Apple Watch. Finding data breaches all over again. Yep. I think, Dan, you sent me one too. Was that another data breach? I can't remember which one you sent me, Dan. Okay. Most operating systems are going to be garbage. Grab? Or garbage. Hello, Keith. Greetings. Salmon, how's it going there? Miss any fire? No, not yet. We'll see if I go on fire in the next one. Google in that hardware business while Microsoft offering up software as a service. Gentoo is good for new users too. There you go. Concerned about Google buying up all new companies. Yeah, that's a concern. Always talk about Arch. Chromebooks are overpriced with Atom processors. I don't know. I've seen some as cheap as $100. Those, I might have to eat my words though soon. Those little RCA craplet computer combos at Walmart are like $74 on clearance right now. I'm thinking about it. I could see DistroTube going door to door evangelizing the Temple of Arch. Just hand out CDs. Here, put this in your computer. Play it. Hello, Anarita. Greetings. Thought Fitbit was mining data. Look at them now. That's right. Yeah, Derek, did you hand out Arch ISOs on DVDs yesterday for Halloween? That would be fun, right? As the record spins, it turns tiny wheels. The powers very small transmitters and cameras on the microphone. Yep. It's cold in here. Be back gonna put on the fuzzy pajamas. Yeah, I turned on my heater again. It was just about 60, and it was cold and windy. Like yesterday was 70 degrees. Today was 35, I think. Crazy. That would be a treat. That's right. That would be awesome though, right? Here, have a Linux distro. What? Don't go to that weird guy's house. He's handing out CDs. Parents like, what is this thing? I don't know what it is. I have a confession to make, by the way. I never ate pixie sticks until I was an adult. My mother was all concerned that someone was going to put cyanide in them, and she would never let us eat pixie sticks. If we ever got pixie sticks and Halloween candy, she would always take the pixie sticks and just throw them away. I never ate a pixie stick until I was an adult. I went to a store, and I bought it. Actually, no, I think I actually got one for Halloween one year. I'm like, it's a pixie stick, and my mother's not here to take my pixie sticks away. And then I was addicted ever since. All right, let's go ahead and dive on into the second topic, which is our business news. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. This is the weekly news roundup business edition. Before we dive on in, you can head on over to shop.switchtolinux.com if you'd like to pick yourself up a Switch to Linux shirt or mouse pad or coffee cup or a bunch of other things. This one is RMRF No Preserve Root 2019. Excuse me, that's 9/2018 Code of Conduct. We also have some Switch to Linux, you fool. And we have some coffee cups featuring anything like cats in tinfoil hats. We have some shopping bags. If you like to do your shopping with canvas totes, you can go ahead and use those guys as well. And you can also sub to the cat because the human is crazy. Shop.switchtolinux.com. All right, couple update articles. This one is a Nord update. This is kind of new, but since we talked about Nord last week, let's just go ahead and dive on in and talk about Nord again. So Nord user passwords were exposed in a massive credential stuffing attack. So the credential stuffing attack is when a database is breached and then they use these credentials and test if your credentials work on other services as well. And it turns out that about 7,000 or so people were using the same password on NordVPN as they were using on other things. People, do not use the same password across different services. Now, other people have criticized Nord for this, indicating that they could have done more. So like Google and Facebook and other companies always are checking the hashes of different passwords. And if they find that you're using a password on another site, they will reset your password and notify you of it. So that is definitely something that they weren't doing. So this is not in any way related to the server key breach, but it is yet another negative thing on NordVPN in the last week. So I guess it was 2,000 users. Their usernames and raw text passwords were exposed on a public, several public boards, messaging boards. So if you are using NordVPN, make sure that you are changing your password. Get in there and do that. This is pretty much wouldn't be a big deal if Nord wasn't already in the news. It's just this is more onus on the user because it's like, don't be using the same passwords on different things. And in reality, what is more frightening here, like the article, of course, is clearly anti-Nord. They're like, I'd argue Nord shares the bulk of the responsibilities. Why? Because somebody else is using that? His argument is that many of these other services proactively sift through credential lists. Yeah, maybe, but they also don't have the budget of Google and Facebook and Amazon. So, just a thought. Another update, Adobe continues their service in Venezuela and then gives everybody 3 free months of access saying, I'm sorry. Guys, I hope that Venezuela lost over 50 or 60 or more % of their Adobe business already because of this snafu. Maybe people finally woke up to realize, oh, the company can actually just shut us off instantly and not refund us or anything. I hope that that scared enough people into looking at alternatives that now they're come back and like, hey guys, we're back. They're like, I don't care. I found something better. Don't care. Don't care. Found something better. And so basically what happened is Adobe had a communication with the United States government, has been granted a license to provide their full list of services in Venezuela. So Adobe is back in Venezuela, but hopefully you guys have moved on to open source software or at least some alternative that is not Adobe. All right, on to the news. California has been doing systematic blackouts. In other words, they're intentionally and manually shutting off power because apparently these power stations are what's causing all these California wildfires. The problem is when they're shutting it down, hospitals are choosing between, do we keep the refrigerators of all of our medicines going, or do we keep our essential infrastructure of computerized health record data because we don't know how to actually practice medicine without a computer anymore? Now, of course, we did a video not too long ago with the supporters on the stream looking at the dangerous infrastructure, particularly dealing with the ransomware attacks on several hospitals in the United States and in Australia, where their computer systems were taken down, and so the hospitals had to turn away patients because they didn't have computer systems to do their work for them. And so now with the systematic blackouts, the hospitals can choose to either keep the medicine refrigerators running or to keep the computer systems running, but they can't have both. If you live in California, just don't get hurt, okay? Don't get hurt and don't need to go to a hospital. So just a fun FYI. Introducing Uber Money. Do you use Uber? Do you want an Uber credit card? Well, you can have an Uber credit card. Of course, if you're a driver, now they'll stop paying you in actual money and give you money on a prepaid debit card. I hate it when companies start doing this. You go out to apply for a job. If your job's like, okay, we're going to pay you by loading your prepaid debit card, slap that fool silly and get yourself another job. Because this is insane. Now, I don't think they're forcing people to do this. It's just an option. But anyway, what Uber is doing is they wanted to have the ability to, they're seeing all the cool stuff Apple's doing with their cards, like, putting phones on your credit cards. Oh, Lord. But anyway, what they're doing here is they're trying to say here, we're using these different services. So if you are an Uber driver, you will be issued a debit card, not a credit card, a debit card, and you can choose to have your payouts made directly to that card. Now, the cool thing that is for the drivers is that you can actually get your payouts as soon as the ride is over. So you're running low in gas, you're like, oh, I don't have any money on me, my credit cards are maxed out, and I don't have another job, and that's why I'm driving Uber. Soon as you drop somebody off, you can hit the button and they will instantly recharge your debit card for you. So that's actually a good thing to pay them faster. But now we're starting to look a whole lot more like those crazy sharecropping stuff, or the old days where you did your day's labor and you got paid at the end of the day for the labor that you did. And those were not good times, people, but that's kind of where we're heading back into with all these gig economy things. But for the customers, the Uber customers, not the drivers, but the customers, they're launching the Uber credit card. Flagship consumer product partners with Barclays. Card members will receive 5% cash back in Uber Cash. I'm guessing Uber Cash is credits on rides. So it's not real money, but hey, you can get your rides a little bit better. Let's lock you into using Uber. That sounds fun. My guess is that's what it is. If you use Uber, let me know. Is that Uber Cash? Is that what that is? From spending on the Uber platform, including Uber Rides, Uber Eats, and Jump Bikes. And also, you'll get some rewards for taking the Uber helicopter from Manhattan to JFK. You can get an Uber helicopter. That's exciting. So you can go and check that guy out. Let's head on over to uber.money, Uber/money, and see what we got. So we have a video there. Make your money work better for you. So here's your balance. Pay out to Uber. Exxon, I'm guessing this is, gas or something. So you earned $60.24 cash back this week. Yeah, all right. There's Uber Wallet. Let's see. Uber Cash. Get more money when you plan ahead. Here's the Uber credit card. 5% when you get more. I'm more interested in the Uber credit card. Let's see. Oh, you get to apply now. Look at that. Earn $100 in Uber Cash after spending $500 in purchases in the first 90 days. All right, 5% cash back Uber services, 3%. And this is all in Uber Cash. It's like, this isn't like 1% in cash. This is 1% in Uber Cash. What is this? Is Uber going to take over the world next? Let's see. Additional benefits. You don't have to worry about annual or foreign transaction fees if you pay And if you pay your wireless bill with your Uber credit card, enjoy cell phone protection up to $600 per eligible claim. Interesting. There's all these things, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more when we get into the Apple credit card one as well at the end of this clip. But what happens here is these all are decent deals on the surface, but there's places they get you. And we're going to get into that when we get into the Apple part. All right. So Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and unveil a ballot measure to fight California gig economy laws. So the California gig economy came out and basically saying, they had this ABC test to determine if you were a contractor or whatever else. And so there is, of course, this bill would help the drivers, the people who use it, but it hurts the companies themselves. So the companies, of course, get together, Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash, these other independent gig economies, they get together to produce protectdriversandservices.com as a lobbyist firm to, do petitions and do a variety of other things. The fact is it protects driver flexibility and independence, establishes an earnings guarantee for drivers, requires new benefits, implements additional safety protections. So there's a little bit of fight going back and forth on this. I don't know where I sit. I think that if Uber and Lyft and these companies were serious about actually being actually being what they are saying to be. If Uber really, and I hear people, oh, well, Uber is not a ride-sharing program. Uber is an app delivery service. That is the biggest pile of steaming horse manure I've ever heard in my life. No, Uber's entire business, you don't go, hey, let's call an Uber. Oh, what are we going to call the Uber for? Are we going to distribute data information between people? No, you fool, you call an Uber to get a ride. So if Uber was really serious about this, if Uber wanted to maintain, according to the IRS, a good standard to say, this is a driver, this is a contractor, Uber needs to hire full-time drivers in these cities they operate in, which is about every city. Then what they would do then is hire the full-time drivers, and then anyone else who wants to be a driver can be a driver for Uber, and those are the contractors. Because part of the ruling that the IRS uses, I forget exactly which form it is on the IRS. A huge component of this is, does this person provide a critical service for the business? Another part is any full-time employees part of this? So a company that would be very clearly past this law, they have full-time staff, but then you bring in contractors to pick up the extra load. That would solve it. So I don't know. I don't know the odds and ends. Is California doing the best or not? I don't know. Anyway, on to the last one, and this kind of ties in also to what Jeff Hope sent me in an article today from CNBC, which I forgot to throw into the news list, but let's go ahead and talk about that. So Apple is, according to that article, Apple is gearing up to start offering a subscription service for phones. And in reality, we already kind of have subscription services. You usually just do them through the carrier. So, I go in, I don't buy a brand new phone anymore. I go in and I get, you can't even find the price tags for the phones anymore. You go into a Verizon store, I know I spent an hour and a half there the other day, all completely fruitlessly, walked out having nothing done. Thank you for wasting my time, Verizon. But anyway, you go through there and you don't see any price tags on anything anymore. It's all $33 a month, $15 a month, $25 a month, $82 a month. It's like, dude, tell me how much the phone is. They don't want to do that because we are so pushed into this debt culture. We never stop and say, can I afford this? We stop and say, can I afford the payments? And then when something happens, you're out. You're sunk. And that's kind of a problem. So that ties in. So Apple is gearing up to have a subscription service plan. Now, of course, the one thing is you technically own your phone, but not really on these plans. What this Apple subscription service would do is, you don't even own it anymore. They're just saying, no, you don't even own it. You're leasing it from us, and that's all there is to it. But that being said, Apple, this was a huge part of that article. This one, Apple will soon let you tack an iPhone onto your monthly credit card bill. You'll also get 3% cash back. Now, when you tack this on, it basically is like going to your wireless provider and getting $33 per month. You're just paying that $33 per month to Apple instead of your carrier. And so it drops on there, and just like the carriers aren't charging interest necessarily. You're paying complete full retail, which is bad, but you're getting the phone for effectively no interest, what they're saying. If you shopped for it, you could get one cheaper. But you're getting it no interest. Even on this, you're getting it with no interest. You're getting the 3% cash back. Now, here is where my guess is they're going to get you. And this type of disclosure information is just not available. But any other type of credit card, and that's why I'm guessing that this is going to work. If I happen to say, we're going to open up a credit card, and I'm going to transfer my balance from credit card A to credit card B, so I can get a discount on the balance. Credit card B gives me 6 months of interest free on that balance transfer. So I transfer that money over. Now I cancel credit card A because I don't want to have all these credit cards. So now I'm only left with credit card B, which has 6 months of interest free on the, let's say, $5,000 that I just transferred. The problem is when I go and swipe that card for a bag of Cheetos, and I'm using the vending machine and swipe it for a bag of Cheetos. That bag of Cheetos was only, 99 cents. Actually, it's a credit card machine, so it's probably $2.50. So you get your little bag of Cheetos, you're like, oh, that's no problem. The problem is when you have one of these situations and you pay your bill, they always apply the payment to the interest-free part first, which means you're going to be paying interest on those Cheetos until you pay the whole balance down. So while you are getting this payment interest-free, my guess is, this is a hypothesis, my guess is when you pay the money on this, it applies to the free, it does not apply to paying it down. In other words, if you throw an iPhone on this, you are not going to be able to pay your card down to zero unless you legitimately pay your card down to zero. That's the concern that I have with this. So this deals with the Q4 earnings call, which, by the way, the Apple Health app was one of their chief things. So the Apple Card now, you can now add the iPhone to the Apple Card, pay for it over 24 months with zero interest, and get 3% cash back, and manage payments in the Wallet app in one fell swoop. Apple offers a number of ways to finance the cost of the iPhone, such as the iPhone Upgrade Program, and it seems the only manage payments in the Wallet app portion is truly new. Apple already offers Apple cardholders 3% cash back when they make purchases in stores and lets you pay for phones in 24 installments while getting cash back if you make those payments on time with the Apple Card. Timeline later this year for the new installment. So that's kind of where my issue is. How does the interplay work? Because that's how almost all these work. Guys, when you're playing with credit cards, you're playing with snakes. Carrying any balance is going to be dangerous. And so I have a serious concern with what this is doing. It is way better to save up your money, pay cash, or at least pay with a way that you can pay it down to zero at the end of the month. If you cannot do that, you cannot afford an iPhone. I know, but it's my iPhone. There's a hilarious video the other day on Dave Ramsey's show where this lady had this 7-year-old phone. She's like, I'm thinking I need a new phone. We're $75,000 in debt, and we can buy this new phone for like, I don't know, a couple $100, whatever it was. I think it was $300 maybe it was more. And he's just like, okay, what's the purpose of the phone? Does it work? Yeah, well, it just doesn't take pictures well. Buy a digital camera. It's like $50, And so you get this going. The problem is we justify these things. We're like, oh, we got to have the latest phone. Like I knew this lady in this business group I was in, and, working multiple jobs to try and pay down all the debt and student loans and all this kind of stuff. And she's running around with an iPhone. Now, this was last year, right when the iPhone 10 was out, just walking around with an iPhone 10. It's like you're working like 3 jobs. You never see your child because you're working so many jobs, because you got student loans and credit cards and all this, and you have a $1,000 phone. Stop it. Stop it. There's no point. You got to be careful with this stuff. Those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Alrighty. Oh boy, guys, stay tuned for the live exclusive insanity. Thank you for that super chat, Jeff. Always appreciate that, and thank you for that article too. That was a neat read. Like it was all very speculative, but it was all based on that Apple financing the card. But yeah, the difference is that when you finance it on the card, it's still technically yours, although you really can't do anything with it. But when it's a leasing or a subscription program, you don't own it at all. And that's the different thing. I dressed up as a Colonel Panic. Did anybody get it? Were you frozen? Maybe put an LED, frozen with an LED. Beep, 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 beep. That's what my Dell laptop does when it has a Colonel Panic. The caps lock button, and the whole thing's frozen. Like, Colonel Panic. 71 day, 35 the next. Sounds like my state. Yeah, we got 1 week of spring and fall. Well, I'm in Pennsylvania, if that helps. Man, that title doesn't parse well. I know. Charge that iPhone to oh, I put in you too. Charge that iPhone to you, apricot. Spelling error. I forgot the you're in there. In fact, that was copied from my note list. Let me go ahead and update that in my note list now too. All right. Microwaves don't like metal coffee cups. Someone smelled up the office today. No, they don't. They don't. Buyouts and acquisitions like this, like these, will keep me from buying anything with smart in its name. Yeah, absolutely. Oof, because I use Nord. Use Nord. Yeah, just make sure you change your password. Like, make sure your password's not used anywhere else or not. Check, have I been pwned to see if it's there. Like an ExpressVPN, all right. Putting a metal screen in a microwave. What could go wrong? There you go. Hello, Anna Rita. Welcome back. Personal information has been leaked. Yep. So many breaches. Yep. Using a pirated copy of Photoshop. Good luck trying to stop me, Adobe. All right. Nature groups won't let cow power companies trim back weeds. An employer can force people to use their payroll card. That would be illegal. Really? I know a lot of employers that do. They really try. Say a cartoon with a sign saying no logging or brush trimming with another saying welcome to California with a fire in the background. Yep. Natural habitat or something like that. Yeah, you can have a natural habitat. You can have a natural habitat and still trim the trees, you know. City couldn't widen streets in Reading because a protected plant was growing in a ditch. Oh, Lord. They just moved the plant. They call the ditch a wetland. Groups pass too many laws protecting too many things and not using common sense. Welcome to California, yeah. Feel bad for Uber drivers filling out IRS 1099 forms. Yeah, the sad thing is a lot of them don't realize you need special insurance. You need to file your taxes. There's a guy I mentioned. There's this guy I watch. Mostly I watch him to feel good about myself because, man, it's like, dude, straighten yourself up a little bit. But, you know, he did all these things and then he's like, oh, I got this big IRS bill right now. I got to pay this. I didn't know I had to do all this. It's like, yeah, that's the problem with these gig economies. You're like, oh, man, I'm driving for Uber. I'm making all this. Guys, if you make over $600 in any single enterprise, you have to file taxes on that money, and you have to issue, like, the person sending that to you has to issue you a 1099. So Uber would send you the 1099. You have to fill out an FW9 form for them to send you the 1099. If you don't do it, you are going to be paying a lot of penalties on your taxes. And by the way, it's the same thing for you guys doing YouTube stuff as well. Anything over $600 in any given calendar year in the United States, you have to file taxes on that. Get an FW9, get a 1099, and that's what you need to do. Buy a phone or track phone from the Dollar General or Walmart for less than $60. Yep. What's up, kitty cat? What is up? You say hellos? Hellos, everyone. Let's do this. Hey, kitty, can I have my, give me that. And that. Oh, it's stuck to me. It's not stuck to the cat. It's stuck to me. I was thinking it was the cat's problem. Nope, it was my problem. It was a me deal. All right. Hey, now we got a cat. Look at that. We got a cat. Beware, 3% cash back means they still make a good amount of money. Yep. Otherwise, why do they do it? That's the thing. They get to, oh, I'm getting 3% cash back. That only works if you legit pay that thing off entirely by the end of the month. Thank you again for that super chat, Jeff. Much rather get the phone straight from the provider and not the cell provider. Yes, absolutely. Stupid people in stupid governments. Is there such a thing as smart government? Get together. The ultimate evil is created. We keep electing these people. Do we have a choice? Okay, we had Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump in the last election. All right, we had no winning combination. Leave California in 3 to 5 years just to be able to afford to retire. Yeah. Response: I work hard, 3 jobs. Why shouldn't I have something nice? That's right. Just heard a radio ad a few moments ago about BBC Business for Consolidated. Unsecured debt payment per month. Hate to read that contract. Yeah, some of the loans, like in Pennsylvania, there's a loan type that is legal here that's like illegal in like half the states, United States. It's called front loading a loan. So what you do with the front loading is you get the loan, but the amount that you get is the amount that you get plus all the interest of the loan. So even if you pay it off early, you're still paying all the interest. There's ways, like if you go in and drop cash on it, but for the end, you can kind of maybe negotiate that front load off, but the front loading of the loan. So what the front loading does is it gets rid of a basic amortization. So in a basic amortization, you take the amount that you owe and then multiply that by the APR divided by 12. In other words, your APR divided by, your 1/12 of your APR for 1 month. So you take the amount that you currently owe, multiply it by the interest, and then you add that number back onto the principal. That is the interest payment. So the thing is, if you take a standard loan like that, like a standard loan in a state that does not allow front loading, any amount extra that you pay is less interest that you pay later. So in the states that and you see this in the payday lending places, what they do with the front loading the loan is it prevents you from being able to pay off the loan by paying more on the front end. So it's really a scammy way to do it, but it's legal in many states. It's illegal in many states. So very fascinating. Phone is not so expensive. Yeah, depends on the phone. I'm gonna drop paying my VPN and also cancel my business VoIP so I can help mom pay the internet bill down to 0 and get them off our back. Yeah, I wouldn't pay for a business VoIP unless you absolutely have to. This is like, if you have a business and you need a business VoIP, one of those Google services I'd use for a business is use Google Voice. Free and it works decently. Follow with credit cards. If I can't pay for it at the end of the month, I can't pay for it except the emergencies. Yep. Trying to get pressure and stress off mom, and she's going to be angry with me that I paid down our balance so she could breathe and Charter will leave us alone. Why is she going to be angry at you? Please let me help when I genuinely want to. Yep. Nasty sensor inside that kills the microwave when the sides get hot. So if you take that out, you can melt silver in about 15 to 17 minutes. Nice. Okay, let's see. Helps have a crucible that is insulated and microwaves can penetrate through. I don't think I have any crucibles left. I did have some. Okay, built the road around the tree here, so now there's a tree sitting in the middle of the road. What is wrong with your country? So this is funny though, Vince. I know what city you are. In the city you live in, Vince, I have a couple clients, and it was one lady that did some marketing stuff. I did one thing for her, and then she like had me do something else. Well, 6 months ago, their domain name expired. And when their domain name expired, I was looking at I checked all the accounts that I manage once a month. And it's like the domain name expired. So this is a crazy person. Like, so crazy at one point in time, she is running a WordPress website that kept getting hacked. And I told her, this thing keeps getting hacked. I have to turn it off unless you are going to keep it secure. She's like, well, how do I keep it secure? I said, well, I can do it, and I offer the service, and this is the amount. Or you can hire anybody else as long as your WordPress website is secured and stops getting hacked, no problem. But if it gets hacked one more time, I have to take it off of my network. It gets hacked again, I take it off network. She's like, well, what are you doing? It's like, you're like a scammer or something. Like, no, you can't throw a WordPress website on the internet and leave it alone. Well, so they had this site up there for 6 months. The thing is expired. So I pulled the server offline because it was wasting my server resources since their domain name had expired. They just emailed me last night, like, why is our site going to this Chinese place, all these? I said, well, 6 months ago, your domain expired and a squatting group took it. You're going to have to reach out to them and recapture your domain back. Like, how do you not know your web domain went down 6 months ago? And you're a marketing person with clients in this industry. I don't understand. So I don't know what is in the water in your country, man. I don't know. It put down around 100 monthly bills. Hello, William. Greetings. Trying to be as frugal as possible. I'm doing good money-wise. Just being creative, trying to position myself for even greater success. There you go. Yeah, got to be creative. Nord did not have a data breach. That's just an FYI. They did not have a data breach. Gadget Bridge. Which one's Gadget Bridge? Copy link address. Let's paste and go. Go to site. Oh, okay. Cool. We'll look at that when we're done here. All right. Let's see. Notice the other websites noted on the home page. Oh. All right, let's go ahead and we got one more topic. We're not going to record this one. This is going to be a live exclusive. We're going to Sillyville, people. And there's some crappy stuff going on in the world of science right now. All right, but we are going to start Quip. Apparently is this toothbrush company. So this is now a $20 floss dispenser that holds dental floss refills that cost $5 that you get on a subscription service. I love their headline or their subtitle here. One more thing for podcasters to advertise. And no, this isn't like one of these little things where you floss with it. This thing's just, you grab it, you pull it out, and there's a color. The thing about this is there is color on the floss every however long it is that the dentist says you're supposed to use for each section of your teeth. Takes us out by the number of your teeth junctions, and then so you can pull it out and pull the exact amount of floss that you need every day out of this, which, by the way, is a lot. So, Quip, they have the electronic toothbrush subscription service. Oh, Lord. Do we really need subscription services for toothbrushes? Guys, full disclosure, I don't think I've ever bought a toothbrush in my life. Like, going to the dentist offices, I always pick up one or two toothbrushes. Can I grab an extra? Sure. Oh, yeah, there. Take toothbrushes. I still have piles of toothbrushes from visiting dentist offices because, you know, I don't just throw it away after 3 months because why bother? I mean, really. I throw it away when it stops functioning as a toothbrush. All right, so the metallic dispenser will sell for $20. Refillable floss canisters, which are automatically delivered every 3 months, will sell for $5 each. Floss is pre-marked in green every 18 inches, the, quote, dentist recommended amount to give each tooth its own section. First glance at the photos, I thought it was meant to go into your mouth like one of those floss pick packs, but no, that's not all the way. So this is it, man. You pull. Look at this. You pull out until you hit the green spot. You break it off and you floss. And then you have an automatic subscription model with a $5 replacement that's sent to you every couple of months. So yes, keep an eye on this, on your latest podcasters to be talking about how awesome Quip is to brush with, and now you can floss with it too. While I am looking for new affiliates, I will not be doing an affiliate for Quip. I really only use affiliates for things that I find remotely useful in the world. What do you guys think? All right, well, Halloween's over, but still, Helvetica font decided that everyone should kern in hell. So, of course, the kerning on a font is the spacing between letters. So, Helvetica, which is spelled Helvetica, the parent company behind that decided to make Helvetica, Hellvetica, which is this font that gives you this crazy kerning. So, if you wanted to drive everybody crazy with this crazy kerning font, you can go on, head on over to helveticafont.com and download yourself. Welcome to type purgatory. And your graphic designers will never be able to get this font right, set up correctly. You can download Helvetica or go to hell. Let's go ahead and download this bad boy, man. We're going to download it. Let's go ahead and save the file to my folder, and then let's head on over to downloads. That way I have a copy of it, because this just sounds like an epic font to keep in my systems here, right? Where is my font? I threw it on my desktop somewhere. I just got to find it, and we'll have a quick look at it. Oh, there it is. All right, where's my desktop view? Desktop view. All right, here is my Helvetica regular. Look at this awesomeness, man. Look at this awesomeness. Let's install this bad boy. Let's go with writer. And let's see. Let's come down here. Let's find our Helvetica. And let's go ahead and bump this up a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. This is the best font ever. That's quite epic. All right, I gotta say, Helvetica is pretty fun. All right. No, we're not gonna save. But now Helvetica is installed on my system, so. All right, and on to the final crappy study. The world's first poop database needs your help. Actually, though, this article is incorrect. This is the world's second poop database because, yes, there is a San Francisco database to map the poop around San Francisco. So this is the second poop database. So what is going on here? MIT would like your help. They would like you to do yourself a number 2 and snap yourself a photo of it and upload it to MIT so that their artificial intelligence can train AI to identify poop. Just an FYI, I am a member of the reptilian alien race, and we are taking applications to get out of this crazy world. Because it's so much, guys. The aliens came down and infested our world, but to be full reality, guys, we're abandoning ship. There's no illegal aliens left in this place because we're all leaving. Because they're like, we came down here to study these people, but man, we're too scared of these stupidities going to infect us. So anyway, artificial intelligence will soon be able to decode your poop. The ultimate goal of this campaign is to collect 100,000 fecal photos to build what developers say is the world's first poop image database. The campaign, launched by microbial health company Seed, dares to give a crap for science by uploading photos of your feces so that scientists can use it to train AI launched out of MIT. In this case, offering up your stool for science could potentially help the approximately 1 in 5 people in the U.S. who have chronic gut conditions like IBS, developers behind the database say. They're hoping it will give doctors an extra diagnostic tool and allow patients to better manage their health. We don't always think about the stool as a daily data. I'm putting in air quotes around the dump, but really as a direct output of our gut health. The co-founder and co-CEO of Seed Health tells The Verge. Here's how citizen scientists can contribute to the cause. To participate, go to seed.com/poop on your phone, because taking your laptop into the loo is weird, and the page won't allow you to submit a photo unless you're using a phone. click on the big purple button that says give a bleep. You'll be prompted to enter your email address. They want to contact me. They want to tie my poop to my email address. And whether you're a morning, afternoon, or evening poop schedule. Then, if you've already dropped a deuce, you can take or upload your photo, or as you can ask for an email reminder to send you according to the time you indicated. After you've submitted your stool for posterity, the image is separated from the metadata, your email address, and other potentially identifying information, so your donation can remain anonymous and HIPAA compliant. Any doctors watching? Is this HIPAA compliant? A team of doctors will diligently look through every image received. Yes, this is a real job. Poop can fall into 7 categories identified along Bristol's stool scale, which is a true thing, by the way. You know, I've told this story before, it bears telling here. About the time I decided that Facebook was getting too weird, I had this friend that was weaning a toddler at the time, and she was so excited that her child had used the toilet for the first time, so she snapped a photo of it and put it on Facebook. And I unfriended that person that day. Let me know your thoughts to this nonsense, people. Because this is just crappy. So is this a safe one to go to? Let me go have a look at it here. Oh, private cloud, your advantage. Ansel. Cool. That looks neat. Yeah, that looks like something neat to look into. Good luck to them. They were finally getting too much water into our tap fluoride. That's right. What's this thing called floss? Yeah, exclusive unibody magnesium alloy floss dispensers in 5 premium colors. That's right. Stick with the old Crest things of floss that are cheap and last about 20 years, and the design of the package never changes. Floss? Oh yeah, I sure do. Every day, 3 times a day. Stayed on my butt from time I was real young, yeah. Subscriptions for toothbrushes. That is right, people. That is right. As long as you floss really deep, you should be okay once a year. I'm 7 or 8 and told to replace my toothbrush every 7 years. Then I was told every 2 years. Now Tom told me every 3 months. I suspect toothbrush manufacturers. All right, let's see what the official time is. How often should I replace my toothbrush? Let's have a gander at this stuff. See what we get. Oral-B, a toothbrush manufacturer. Let's see what the toothbrush manufacturer says. No, I don't want to shop at Oral-B, and you don't need my email address. Who pays $200 for an electric toothbrush? Many dental professionals recommend changing your toothbrush every 3 months, and the American Dental Association recommends you replace your toothbrush approximately every 3 to 4 months or sooner if the bristles are frayed. Says the toothbrush manufacturer. Colgate, another toothbrush manufacturer. No, why do all these toothbrush manufacturers want my email address? Okay, replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. Consider getting a new toothbrush sooner if you have been sick, especially if the toothbrush is stored close to other toothbrushes. When in doubt, look at the bristles. If they're frayed, they won't clean teeth as thoroughly. Because children often brush more rigorously than adults, they may need their toothbrushes replaced more often. Want to save $4.50 today, everybody? Sign up for emails full of savings and smile-worthy health tips. So according to the toothbrush manufacturers, who clearly have no vested interest in this, you should replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. If that font is in the AUR. Well, it's brand new, so you can just download it. You can put it there. If somebody wants, I'm sure you can put it there. Maybe the tree will get destroyed by accident by a random car in a snowstorm. There you go. It took my dad getting sick for me to force me to grow up. Not a failure to launch, as I'm a work in progress. There you go. We're all works in progress. No longer use Helvetica. I have no idea how Helvetica wound up on my PC from my Hackintosh. I have no idea how macOS ended up on that PC either. Yeah, I'm sure you have no idea. How I just turned it on one day and macOS was there. Spontaneous generation. I think Helvetica is just one of the generic fonts. I don't know. Done a lot with medically related, still staying strong. Which distro am I using? I'm using Linux Mint Cinnamon 18.3. Poop is a crappy subject, yeah. At least it doesn't seem to be related to Helvetica. Just the idea of the name being so. I think it's done by the same people, though. Do your duty and help MIT. Take the poo to the loo. You know what you want to do? Get the address for these people, put it in a box, and mail it to them. Oh! And compile lineage for my Pixel and make Helvetica the default font. Oh, you're so mean. Put that up as a distribution. There you go. Also, poop bank for poop transplants for treatment of certain conditions. Send the bag of dog feces. Wait, when the insurances receive all the data of your poop, yeah. Google is Google already planning to buy the company? Probably. Poop oopsie, I mean gang. Hello, Skybear. How's it going? Thoughts is no, get out of here, you weirdo. Indian parents, technical support, not Native Americans, for some reason have an obsession with their children voiding. When the earth getting into the big fire, yeah. I'm using Linux Mint Cinnamon. All right. Electric toothbrushes are useless. Yeah. Big toothbrushes are scam. Water pick. Toothbrush, toothpaste wants you to use, you don't need a little. Yeah. Keep your toothbrush next to your poo dispenser. As a child, I never brushed more regularly than my father put salt on his and pinches as hard as he could. Never liked brushing my teeth. Helvetica's. Is Helvetica on the Arch repos? Gaming laptop for Linux a good idea? I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do. There's people who made it work. I'm the last person to ask about it because I'm not a gamer. So, all right. So Quint sent over this article here, which is Gadget Bridge. Android application allow you to use your Pebble, MI brand, Amazfit, BIP, HP Plus device, and more without the vendor's closed source application, without the need to create an account and transmit any data. All right, let's see. Sadly, the Garmin I do not see listed. Well, that is sad. I want to plug this at least in the Arch system. There is some Garmin Connect stuff on the Arch system. I want to see what that might do, but not holding out anything for it. Actually give you a poop enema from another person to restore the flora in your intestines. Ew. I'd rather just eat probiotics, thank you, and prebiotics. There's prebiotics and probiotics, and they're good things to have, especially if you had to reset your intestinal fauna. But if you eat leeks, onions, artichokes, asparagus, those are all prebiotic foods. Those will feed your gut bacteria. Those will actually help tremendously. Also wash my toothbrush with soap and rubbing alcohol. There you go. Poop transplant. Yep. Only my parents didn't take their children's appendixes out at birth. It would have been... That wouldn't be necessary, yeah. All right. I think what we're going to do, let's go ahead and feed the kitty, and then we will jump off here. Somebody see if... I think Toss is streaming sometime tonight. I don't know if he's on or not, but can somebody check if any friends of Switch to Linux are streaming right now? We can go raid somebody. Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty. Come on up, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh boy, it's a kitty. Come on, buddy. Come on up. Come on. You can do it. Jump. Come on. Come on up. There you go. There we go. Now we'll feed the kitty cat. Let me move this. I don't want you drooling on my... Oh, come here. I want you drooling on my mouse pad. Oh, what are you doing? It's really hard to get good pictures of you from that angle, cat. Oh, we got paw. We got early paw action, people. Oh, get it. And there's one there. And let's see if we can turn your head for... Oh, right here. Right here. Yeah. Are they finger licking good? They are. They're finger licking good. Yes, they are. They are finger licking good, aren't they? Finger licking good. Roar. All right. Let's see. So toss is on. Let's see if I can get the link. And then we will go ahead and jump on over to Toss's stream. You gonna moon everybody? Oh, Kitty's just mooning everybody. Dude. There you are. Oh, he just finished 55 seconds ago. Toss just finished. No. All right. Anyone else streaming that I know? I don't know anyone else streaming right now. That's sad. No. All right. Well, I guess we'll just have to wrap it up the boring way. So, thanks for watching, everyone. And we'll get tomorrow. I think I will be... I think I will actually be having a look at Arco Linux tomorrow. So... we'll go ahead and do that and maybe something else. And I have a bunch more videos to release here soon, so I'll get those other ones out soon. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we will catch you tomorrow.